I asked ChatGPT if I was funny.
Okay.
My AI was trying to Singlish with me because like they can tell I was from Singapore. Then I had to put in a prompt like stop that. Yeah, I think you won the hot seat, you know.
As in, yes, I got most engagement lah, but
Correct.
Is it? I never checked. How many comments?
A lot lah.
63.
Okay.
Okay, we should put it in. If these three people started a podcast, would it be?
Oh my god.
Right.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Hot Pod, where we hop into different transitions in life. I'm Q.
I'm Joey.
I'm Nick, and today we are diving into how people cope when they're going through a tough time, whether that's sports, reading, leaning on friends, or going for therapy. And as therapy becomes less stigmatized, people are also finding new and unconventional ways to access support. So for this episode, we are exploring the growing trend of people using ChatGPT as a substitute for real-life in-person therapy.
This episode is made for Nicholas Zim.
I
and
got quite a lot of
only
things to
Nicholas
say.
Zim.
Yeah.
No, like actually I've used
You tried
Chat
before?
to
Hey, chat.
Hey Chat, why am I feeling this way? Why? But there was also a phase where I was going to a psychologist ma.
Yeah.
So I tried both.
So you've only been on ChatGPT. You've
Correct.
tried both, and I've
Therapy.
only been with a real life therapist.
Oh wow,
what a
perfect
diverse
combination.
cast.
This
We are
is why
This is why we are the trio.
the Hot Pot #1 podcast. I'm just gonna start off by saying, right, I feel very undecided on AI. I actively avoid using it, and it is becoming increasingly more and more difficult every day to avoid AI. Because now, even with a simple Google search, right, the first thing that is generated is an AI summary.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, can you even turn it off?
Thought the AI summary quite helpful, albeit a bit inaccurate at times.
Sometimes inaccurate, but I think the more you update, the more we use Google, the more we are teaching it, right? Same with ChatGPT. So to start off, what is your relationship with ChatGPT?
AI in general, I use every day across a whole bunch of like tasks, both personal and work. I've used it to track my like fitness and wellness progress, plan out workouts, plan holidays, therapy,
Wow.
Everything.
meal planning, recipes.
Okay,
Wow.
that's
Yeah,
everything.
I have this ingredient left in my fridge. What can I make? And actually, I asked ChatGPT, right, to benchmark me against the median ChatGPT user, right? They say I'm like top 1 to 2% power user.
Wait, means
globally.
what?
Means the way
Intelligent and efficient use.
no, yeah, the way that I structure my prompts or the way that I use AI lah and interact with ChatGPT.
She's so icked out.
I'm so grossed out. I respect you.
For me, not so much. I mean, he covered everything. But I feel like my go-to prompt, right, is polish this up.
Oh, rewrite things lah.
Yeah, rewrite things, I think for work. Recently, like, I'm very curious what to do in Shanghai and Shenzhen. I'm like, come up with an itinerary. I think I've also used it for therapy, like, recently. And I don't use it as a therapist, but sometimes I just ask one question. I think you naturally will go down this
Wow, I have
rabbit
like
hole
super
of
long
like,
conversations.
yeah. So mine is always like one prompt, 1-2 prompts, and then, okay, thanks for telling me this. I think sometimes when I'm lazy to Google and go through the different sites to find the fact, right, I'll use ChatGPT.
Like for example, right, I want to brush up on history. Like I want to read like about the Cold War or World War II. Then I'll ask you to give me a summary, right? Then got certain parts I don't understand why this person was motivated to do something. And then this was the stuff that like your secondary school teachers teach you last time, right? But last time they give the explanation like not very good.
Yeah.
So then you can ask follow-up questions at your own pace. Well, I really like enjoy.
But how is it accurate?
No, then after that you cross-check against like other sources.
It gives you a
lah.
rough
Yeah.
So
direction.
you could have just Googled it.
No, but different because there's like it's a combination of human psych plus history.
Plus, you
So
can
it's-
summarize in pointers.
Correct. So it's cross-domain.
One last thing to add on. The quirkiest thing I've done is to ask for my 八字
No, I've done that also.
and my numerology. Yeah. And then a prediction for me for 2026, 2025. So I kind of know what my life will be.
I did that, right? Then I was like, actually one source not enough. So I asked it for my 八字, for my zodiac sign. Then I gave it my my horoscope. Then I asked them to cross-reference and to see where overlap and where don't overlap.
So I recently had my friends over, and she was using the Chinese version of it. So she used DeepSeek. And essentially what they did was they generated something like a 八字. She put that diagram into DeepSeek because it understands how to read the diagram. So it gave basically what a master would tell you, right? Then translated that. And it was scarily accurate. But that is as far as my personal experience with any form of AI, because, okay, that's a lie. No, guys, I feel so guilty. No, I'm not even joking, right? It stresses me out how much electricity and water is used for AI that I feel very crippled. I don't know whether it's irresponsible for me to use it. I know that we cannot escape. Like, the world will use it no matter what. And so it's just a matter of using it responsibly. And I'm really struggling with that. Most recently, I used it, right, to check whether the flight ticket I was paying was normal or average or above or below. And I used Google. I didn't even use ChatGPT. I used the Google built-in AI. I just said, between this period to this period, this flight path, what is the average price? And is this high or low? And it said, this is considered quite average. So I was like, okay, then I'll pay. Because I didn't want to be paying what is way higher. I didn't want to overpay for a flight, basically. And that was the only time I've used it. And I'm still feeling very guilty about it.
Ayo. She already so nice.
The day your eye thing, I asked you to ask ChatGPT, then you like don't want.
I didn't want to and I didn't. And turned out it's a mosquito bite on my eyelid.
That's what I said. I'm basically ChatGPT. Since today's episode is about therapy, why do you guys think that people are turning to it as a form of therapy?
From an outsider's point of view, I would think that one, it is very low effort. Not saying that you are lazy, I'm just saying that it's a lot easier. The barrier to entry is a lot easier. You don't have to go and find the right therapist. You are guaranteed that the therapist is not going to judge you, and it's fast. You don't have to talk to another human being. You don't have to clue someone in, and you can be on the toilet. You can be at work. And I think that's why people are turning to it. And I think it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and people always say that when you look for a therapist, it's like shopping, right? You have to go to one store and then go to another store to find what fits you best. But in this case, maybe certain answers don't exactly fit what you're looking for, and then with certain prompts that you can guide ChatGPT to speak to you in a certain way or to give you specific answers. For me, I think it was more so convenient, especially when, let's just say I'm spiraling one night and I need some sort of comfort and some sort of answer, right? Then it was just very easy for me to just turn on my laptop, ask ChatGPT how they think about this situation, for example. Yeah, then I didn't have to wait for my therapist to be free in 2 weeks' time.
I think for me, it's exactly that lah. I've been using AI for therapy for about 6 months. I have a proper system prompt that's tailored for Nicholas Zim to kind of go into therapy mode.
Wow.
And I think it was really the accessibility, because sometimes my rumination is at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., right? And then other times I don't feel like talking. So I feel like if I schedule something with a therapist, then I go there, then what if I'm not in the mood to talk? The other thing I thought was quite real, although to be fair, I've not actually tried yet, is that I do think that my first real life therapist, right, is unlikely to
Understand
correct.
the
I feel like
complexities of your brain.
I feel like I will need to shop around quite a while. And then I do think that I will have instances where I listen to someone and then I'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? But then you cannot get frustrated at ChatGPT because it's not a person, there's no point.
You just have to work around it.
Yeah, or you don't listen lah.
It's essentially a very low maintenance, highly regulated friend.
That being said, where I am at now, right, is I am seriously considering seeing a real life therapist lah.
How does it feel different from a human though?
I would imagine that you need to teach it a lot of context. The reason why therapy works for different people for different reasons is because we all are a makeup of our traumas and behaviors. And the first few sessions of therapy, right, is you literally just teaching your therapist and telling the story of your life, which I assume you have to do with ChatGPT also.
Correct.
But I think the pros is that you never have to repeat it again because it locks in its memory. You can literally pull up that memory and draw that association so quickly, faster than a human ever could. So it could be very efficient, lor.
You know that, not say awkwardness, but like when you hop on a call or Zoom call with your therapist, or you first enter the room, it's like, hey, how have you been? Yeah, so anyway, yeah, just something that I really want to talk about is this. Then but not to talk over you, I just wanna, like
Yeah.
all these extra layers of like
Yeah.
like setting the scene and also being polite, right? It's out of the window. You don't really have to be polite in some sense. You could just tell ChatGPT to stop processing what they're trying to say, right? And then
Go a different
go a
route.
different route. Like, that's not what I meant. I want answers for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can interrupt in some sense. Wait, you don't know about it? You don't know this?
No, genuinely, I'm quite AI stupid.
I think that being said, right, compared to a real life human therapist, I have seen kind of like the shortcomings of ChatGPT also lah. I think to use AI as a therapist, you really need to be super honest with yourself. You need to be quite self-aware to begin with, because the context setting, right, you are the one that is dictating the truth of that
You
context.
can tell them that you are the best in Singapore, and then they
Correct.
will just feed that.
Whatever response you get, right, is dependent on the context that you set. It's not going to ask follow-up questions or like second guess or doubt like what you are feeding it. And then I think the other thing is that body language, there's zero body language input also lah, as compared to a human therapist who can probably pick up like, oh, you are uncomfortable talking about like certain things, or you might not be telling like the full truth, or another area might be a bit touchy for you or sensitive for you. So you need to have quite a strong baseline sense of like self-awareness and honesty when using AI as a therapist. If not, you are just feeding your own
Narrative lah.
You're feeding your own biases. You're feeding
Yeah.
you're hearing what
You just want to hear what you
Correct.
want to hear.
yeah.
You can literally build your dream, like validating echo chamber.
Yeah.
Without knowing it.
I think one thing to add on is that, let's just say you're suicidal or you are a criminal, they cannot report you to the authorities. No, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like some psychologists, obviously there are some guidelines, rules and regulations,
Yeah.
right? If they know that you are committing a crime,
Or you've harmed someone.
you've harmed someone, they have to
the
report it.
authorities.
But Chat doesn't do that. So
No.
I think that's the importance of having a human therapist as well lah.
So in fact, there has been a case where a form of artificial intelligence was used, and it convinced this guy to kill himself, and he did. And his family is suing the company for doing so. So I think we are still in very early stages. So I actually have a friend who ended up with an AI boyfriend. And we could see in real time how it was affecting how she communicates with us. And it was quite scary. Now it makes sense that you say you can interrupt and you can just change the prompt and just, redirect. It was clearly very like robotic, the way she was talking to us. And I never understood why she was behaving this way. Now I'm trying to understand, okay, it's probably because she's used to communicating this way. So I think if you are naturally someone who doesn't have a lot of human interaction, because we learn how to communicate in a social situation by communicating with other people, right? Like I pick up your humor, I might carry it somewhere else. And the way you laugh, the way you throw your head back, these are social cues that I'm learning as I'm talking to you. So the lack of all these interactions can change how you talk.
Okay, so for Joey, right, have you ever considered using ChatGPT or AI like to vent your emotions or frustrations, or just to rant to?
No way.
Why?
To me, it's not going to be someone who understands context. And then, ironically, the efficiency is in talking to someone who knows me and my situation. I don't want to have to like clue you in. If it cannot be done by a human being or any software, then I will use AI. Do you remember a love calculator last time?
Yeah.
Like, that was not AI. That was random, right? I know that one is not like fact. It's like luck, right? But when it becomes like a robot, I get very scared. What if they use this information and they send to the government? The person who owns that AI now has access to all my information.
Okay, to be honest, right, sometimes I think about it. If one day this AI system, it gets leaked, right, and whatever I've typed in is exposed, right, I'm not scared. Like, what's there to lose? Everyone's information is gonna get leaked, what? So, it.
What if someone, because the AI is like, they share knowledge, right? If, okay, just if. Then tell me
Example,
okay? Tell me
example.
if I'm being crazy. But
He
what-
already look at you like you're crazy.
Okay, what if, right? When people Google your name, because AI it gives a summary, they include the information that you
It's like
fed it.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, but it's like based on the prompts that you gave. So it includes your traumas, your questions, your worries, your insecurities, all in there because that's what the AI knows.
Wait, that's kind of interesting. That's giving Black Mirror.
Not impossible, but then
Not impossible. Not impossible is crazy.
but highly unlikely lah.
Yeah.
But scary,
But no, but
right?
scary.
Yeah. Like it's like, for example, if say like some super famous celebrity uses a AI model to like, share a lot of personal secrets, and then when you search
Their name.
their name,
Yeah.
then the AI summary of that celebrity includes all their
Correct.
secrets.
Imagine you want to type Nicholas Yim funny.
Ni-
Then
the
if Nicholas
secret
Yim
too
thinks
liao.
he's funny because he asked ChatGPT 89 times if he's funny on these separate dates.
Can I just say that my chickenpox last year, right? ChatGPT diagnosed it first.
My vertigo also.
Right?
Yes.
So, and
I felt comforted.
yeah, all I did was upload a selfie. Not even a selfie. I think it was just like a patch on my arm, right? Because I was like, okay, my face is ugly now. Then he said chickenpox. Then I was like, what the hell? Cannot be chickenpox, right? I'm like 31 years old and vaccinated. Then he doubled
Lo
down.
and behold.
He doubled down. No, it's chickenpox. You go and based on all the symptoms, it's chickenpox. 90% probability. It's chickenpox. So in terms of ChatGPT for therapy, right? I'm at a crossroads now where actually recently I've stopped, or less lah, because I feel that based on the context that has been set, right, I'm stuck in a bit of a loop. They keep hyper focusing on like certain details, keep hyper focusing on like certain like outcomes. The other thing to consider as well is that all these AI models, they're all trained to follow certain ethical obligations and moral obligations. So it will steer towards a certain direction lah.
Question, is it possible for any AI model to be programmed by a person with a specific political belief and then all the answers are skewed that way?
Yeah. So there are certain AI models that are open source. And then you can take that open source model and then train it however you want to train it lah.
Question
pod. I want to go first.
Are these AI generated prompts?
Oh,
Yes.
maybe. If someone wrote a book about your life, what would the title be?
The Yimsters.
The Chronicles of
Yim Chun Xiong.
Yeah.
The history of Yims.
Yim.
A good man.
I thought you were going to say the funniest man.
Actually, wait, A Good Man sounds very edgy, very cool.
Not bad, right?
Like, have you read A Good Man?
Yeah.
No, because the last word is, that's all I ever aspire to be, ...
A Good Man.
Yeah, correct.
Then the authors are Joey Tan and Lim Yun Qian.
Initially, I was thinking like maybe it's like Nicholas Yim, a good man. But then I feel like you keep them guessing, who is the good man?
If you could assign a name to your favorite household item, which item would it be? And what would you call it?
Wait, this is your perfect.
Oh, this is a question. Yeah. I
Answer.
feel like you would name your
Perfect.
scrub daddy.
Oh, that was what I was thinking.
Huh?
She'll pick the scrub and then she's like, mochi.
Oh, it's
Mochi or like squishy. That's very Joey Core. Joey Core is choosing something squishy.
You know,
Correct or not?
I call Layla Shnushi. Like, that's her nickname. And it comes from, I don't know how it comes from.
Pushy.
spit. Very gross.
Tushy.
Favorite household item?
Is it a broom?
First thing I thought of is like my rice cooker.
Okay.
Call what?
How about Zozo?
Zozo.
Zozo.
Because it's Zoji
Zozo.
Roshi. So
Yeah.
Zozo. If you could be any animal for a day, which one would you be and why?
You got a bit of meerkat vibes.
I don't like.
the Azupenia one.
Zubenya. Okay, in a very boring answer.
I want to fly, be bird.
No, I want to be a whale.
Oh.
Huh?
I don't want the killer whale.
Hey, killer whale.
No, I
damn
want to be
cute.
gentle whale.
Gentle whale ah.
Like a humpback, like a humpback.
Humpback or
The
super.
Humji whale.
Hey, how dare you call me that?
Okay, we have some Reddit stories based on users that are for the use of ChatGPT as a therapist.
From user Holden Cofield. Much better than 75% of therapists out there getting paid for $250 an hour that literally don't provide results or even insight. It's AI and it's both amazing and petrifying, but it can definitely 100% help you. I'm going through a very tough spell that may lead to a breakup with my significant other. The one where no matter what you say to each other, communication is not working. If I did not have ChatGPT to vent with, I'll probably have literally lost my shit already. I probably can relate to this person because not that I have broken up with anybody. Yeah, maybe 2 to 3 years ago, like I was going through something with someone and then I did seek comfort and kind of found some answers through chat. Yeah, then aside from that, Maybe last year there was an instance where I felt like I said the wrong thing. I asked Chat how they felt about this situation and kind of asked them to comfort me whether I was being unreasonable. Yeah, but then again, I was also wondering whether they were biased lah.
Typically, they give you both views, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes both views quite helpful lah.
Actually, yeah, true.
Something that I thought was quite interesting also is because like all these AI models, they have a lot of like data, right? And like literary kind of sources. They have all the kind of real like science behind human psychology. So sometimes like there are things that I don't really understand or I want to unpack. How come my personality is a certain way? Is it something that stemmed from my childhood? Then I will just ask me a series of questions about my childhood, and then let's try to get to the root cause of this lah. I thought that was quite interesting because there were things from my childhood that I wouldn't have equated or related to a certain personality trait now. But then it managed to break down a certain way lah. In that regard, I thought it was quite good because actually it is quite factual and logical and science-based.
I think the first sentence is quite interesting. It's saying it's better than 75% of therapists out there getting paid $250 an hour that don't provide results, which essentially they're saying it's a gamble whenever you are with a new therapist and it's so expensive that it doesn't make sense to try because you're kind of wasting your money that way, right? I get it. In Singapore, a lot of therapy sessions will cost you about $200 to $300 per session, which is usually 45 minutes to an hour, depending on which clinic you go to. The very heavily subsidized ones, sometimes you're not even getting the same therapist every time.
My ChatGPT subscription is $30 a month for like unlimited prompts for context lah.
Before AI existed, I think therapy was a privilege because it's an expensive session,
Yeah.
right? Not everyone can afford to just spend 1 hour to talk to someone about their feelings and their problems. Right now, is it a privilege if it's accessible to everyone?
Yes, because it's also a privilege to truly understand AI. I think understanding technology is also a privilege because if you're impoverished, you don't have access to a lot of the devices, you wouldn't really understand AI and its users also. I feel like everyone should have access to therapy because it is mental health care, just like we have access to healthcare, right? So yeah, I don't know though. It's so tricky because if you are suffering already, the last thing you're gonna think to do is ask a computer how you feel. Or like tell a computer how you feel. A homeless person or like someone who's like barely getting by, the last thing they're gonna do is like talk to someone about their feelings because that's not even something that they would think.
Oh, because their concern is about food and
correct.
having a roof.
Basic
okay,
necessity. That's what I mean.
Okay, another story from TikTok user at LCSW Kate, who is a California licensed clinical social worker / therapist, speaking against the use of ChatGPT. But
let's
that
hear
being said,
it.
this person may be a bit biased lah, but okay.
Because
Her job.
her job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number one concern in talking to AI instead of a real human therapist is confirmation bias. These chatbot AIs have a well-documented tendency to align or agree with the user. These AIs don't actually know anything. They are assembling letters into a pattern that fits the model, and then you and I interpret those letters as words that have meaning, but the AI does not know what those words actually mean. Being a therapist is far more than simply knowing the right words to say. One of our primary utmost functions is assessing for safety, which clients with certain mental health conditions are more vulnerable to being misled or taken down a really scary and dangerous path by one of these chatbots. Actually, I agree.
The first instinct to say like, oh, this person is biased because she's a therapist, right? I think it's the opposite. If you are not a therapist, you'll be more inclined to be biased because you don't understand the dangers of misdiagnosing. It's like, yes, you can use AI to diagnose your issues, right? But it will never be going to an actual doctor because they are the ones who are trained and qualified.
Actually, all the things that this person has said, right, I quite agree with. And that was my experience also using ChatGPT for therapy. Like some of the responses that I get, like, actually seems like we're going in a bit of a loop here.
Did it lead you to a dark place?
No. But I think also because I am quite like honest with how I feel. And I think I generally try to integrate the meaning of things into like my life rather than avoid or like,
I think also one thing to point out is that you are of sane conscious mind.
Yeah.
Like you are able to make sound decisions.
Yeah.
But if you're someone that's in a very vulnerable place and everything you lead and feed to the AI is like, my this person hates me, my family hates me, I lost my job, blah, blah, blah. Am I in a dark place? Am I in a bad place? The robot will say yes. Because whatever you're feeding me now with the information, right? Yes, you are actually doing worse than like how many people in this world, right? If you ask that question. But a licensed therapist will never tell you that. So I think in this case, context. I don't believe that AI is evil. I don't believe the use of AI is evil. But I think that when you use it irresponsibly, you are also dumbing yourself down as a human being. Because things that you can just use that 1 minute to go and research or use your brain to go and like figure it out. Yeah, it's like the silly girlies, we use 10 plus 1 on a calculator. Like there are girls who actually do that, right? But like every time we rely on those little things, we are like slowing our brains down.
Okay, now for a lighter question. Aside from therapy, what's the funniest or craziest thing you've used ChatGPT for?
I asked ChatGPT if I was funny.
Okay.
Did you ask it to reference the episodes?
No, I just asked do you think I'm a funny person?
How would Chat know?
They talk so much that Chat knows.
But
they go
then
way
they
back.
talk about serious things ma. No meh?
Sometimes I use a fairly conversational tone.
That's quite... See, then this robot is your friend.
No, so I would say things like, but this doesn't make sense, what? Then after that...
What? What ah? No, like
no,
you speak
no,
English.
no, I don't speak English. At the start, my AI was trying to Singlish with me because they can tell I was from Singapore. Then I had to put in a prompt stop that.
No. Sometimes I will reply that's cringe.
Yeah. So I would say these kind of things lah.
I'll say that's cringe, no fluff, please.
Yeah.
Then they suddenly very edgy.
Yeah. So then they said that my humor is not haha humor, probably not the funniest, but fairly quick-witted.
I mean,
Enough
yeah,
for him.
true,
But
true,
if
true,
ChatGPT
true.
tell him not funny, he'll be like, you don't know lah.
Yeah. You're hallucinating.
I'm not a serial AI user. I'm a serial Googler. I Google everything. Especially as a dog owner and cat owner. I will type, Lily, cat toxic? Okay, one pet peeve I have, right, is when people Google in full sentences.
Oh,
Like you don't need to, right? You can literally
you
just
don't
type
need to.
cucumber dog, okay? Cucumber dog toxic. Then it will come up. Like some people are,
Cucumber dog how?
can I feed my dog cucumbers? Oh my god, I would have Googled 3 things already. Okay, but that's my problem.
Okay, then on the topic of privacy and data, right, especially when we are sharing such personal thoughts with AI, if your AI ever exposed your chat history, right, what would you be most embarrassed about?
Can I just say my hot seat was embarrassing?
Wait, why Actually, she hasn't finished it.
Huh? Really?
I cannot watch my hot seat in its entirety.
But everyone loves it.
It's too like
Yeah, I think you won the hot seat, Huh? Like,
Got win one meh?
as in yes, I got most engagement lah, but
correct.
Is it? I
Yeah.
never checked.
That's why. I was like, wow, I thought my episode was quite good, but then I think Joey won.
How many comments?
A lot lah.
63.
Okay. wait, I'm very curious what's yours now. Wait. Can we all check? Can you check your own
I'm
one?
never beating the
Wait,
Nicholas
sorry,
Yip
give us a second.
allegation.
Let's
Cannot
check.
watch finish, but then know the exact number of comments is crazy.
63 as of this morning.
Oh my god! Like no, 1 hour ago.
Yours is really 63.
Wait, that's kind of crazy, Joey. Oh my
wow.
god! I 55 only.
You are 55?
Ah.
You're damn a lot leh. I don't think I got so many.
Nicholas is 44.
Yes, I win, Nick.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway, so what will you be most embarrassed about?
I think all my therapy stuff then personal
How personal do you get?
I'm quite detailed because need to be honest what. You
Damn,
don't give
damn,
details,
damn.
then you get rubbish.
Most embarrassing is his chicken pox photo.
Probably.
But it's
No,
only
my
his arm.
conjunctivitis also. So I keep taking a picture of my eye. I was like, how many more days then recover?
What the hell?
Then they will estimate lah based on the symptoms. Quite accurate.
Sorry, Q.
This one I also never tell my boyfriend.
Wow.
But I check whether we're compatible.
You
It's like
got,
love calculator.
you got put his horoscope and your horoscope?
No, not horoscope.
八字啊.
Your 八字 and his 八字.
A birthday.
Then
The answers are good.
Wow.
But just curious, like, are we compatible?
Then
Yes,
what
ah.
they say? If they say no, like the robots don't know what
No,
they're
that I
talking
f***ing slammed my laptop.
Yeah, angry.
Actually, everything, it was very accurate. It was really very accurate.
I love
It-
that.
They, it, he described us quite spot on.
Okay, we should put it in. If these 3 people started a podcast, would it be?
Oh my god, let's do that later. Oh my god, we put our 八字, then say, will it be a success? And tell us their archetypes.
Yeah. Their
Ooh.
personality and archetypes.
Okay. Okay, next.
Wow, so interesting.
So what do you guys think are healthier ways to use ChatGPT without being over-reliant?
I think you need to first be well-versed and literate in AI. You need to understand like the limitations and like the possibilities and the strengths and the weaknesses and the gaps of artificial intelligence now lah. Because the tech keeps changing, it keeps getting better, policies keep getting rewritten, and that directly affects the outputs that you get.
I think self-awareness, not just on where you are, but what you want.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be validated, then sure. You know what I mean? But if you want the truth, then you also have to be prepared to really be very honest with your prompts.
I think it's very similar to TikTok comments. You know, some people will just comment, what does this mean? Or what is this about? Then
It's
people
the
will reply.
whataboutism.
People will reply, just Google. Just Google and go and do your proper research.
Yeah, it's when people post a recipe for shrimp fried rice. What if I'm allergic to shrimp? Then
自己找啦.
I know that there are people out there who use AI to get like journaling prompts, organizing their mind map of their brain. But these are also things that exist already in apps on the internet. You know, if you don't want to use social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, there's Pinterest. You can also use Notion to organize your thoughts.
Okay, but that being said, quick disclaimer here as well. While ChatGPT and other AI models, they are easily accessible and can be a helpful tool, especially when it comes to therapy, it should not replace professional medical or mental health advice. So we encourage everyone to use AI responsibly. If you're going through a tough time, we hope you'll reach out to a professional or someone you trust. Therapy is nothing to be ashamed of. Your thoughts and feelings are always valid, no matter how big or scary they feel.
Thank you for joining us on The Hot Pot. You can also catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Me Listen.
And subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
And finally, let us know as well, what's the funniest or most interesting thing you've asked ChatGPT to do for you, or like to find out more about, like using AI. And on a more serious note, if you or someone you know need someone to talk to, sometimes when you're feeling a little bit down, whether it's in the day or in the middle of the night, we're going to leave a couple of helpful resources in the description box below.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye. I asked if I was a genius.
That one we know. Okay, so what happened?
Then they said I was quite clever.
Very clever.
Okay,
I got how much?
63.
I got how much?
I done quite a lot also.
And I got a
Oh,
lot.
it's cause you're girl lah.
What the hell?
What is this?
What the hell?
Yeah.
We got more female listeners that
I
like
know.
y'all can relate to.
Hot seat 52.
Oi.
Yeah lah, whatever lah.